Tonako Mitakuyo Yase. Right now I'm going to be teaching you how to do quotations, and I am just gonna go ahead and tell you guys, this part is pretty simple, but I am just trying to get a lot of the simpler stuff out of the way. I feel like I have kind of hit the limit of kind of what I know about Lakota, and I'm starting to kind of get the gist of what's coming after that, some of the more complicated stuff, which I'm going to be working on, but that the next few videos are going to be slow coming, and I'm probably not going to do as many of them from now on. This one is fairly simple. There's basically just two different kinds of quotations: paraphrasing, which is you're just generally telling people the gist of what someone said, and a direct quote. And I'm going to show you how to do both of those. Now, generally, this would be a basic sentence for that. You'd have Sokielo, that is a dog, and then this phrase at the bottom, Ke ea yelo, which means is what he said, more or less. Ea means to say. We've already covered Kit and yelo. But all of that entire part, Ke ea yelo, gets contracted into the word Kea. So it would be Shuka yelo Kea to do a paraphrase. He says that's a dog, or it can be anyone. She says that's a dog. They say that's a dog, etc., etc. And generally, it's kind of implied that the anything that's in the quotation is meant as an indirect object, and in this point, the subject, the person who said this, would technically go at the beginning of the sentence, but is not needed at all. All you need is the indirect object, and then the kea. And it did give me like a series of words that you can also use in this exact same way. Mainly the ea, which is what we already said, to say. There's also eche, to think, and more specifically ebcha, I think. Although these transform in the process of saying a paraphrase into ea to kea, eche to keche, and ebcha to kepche. Now, for a direct quote, there's a couple of different ways that you can do this. The first one is, again, using these ones, ea to say, eche to think, and ekia to say too. This time you don't need to merge the ke into there. You can just have the ea yelo becomes ea, eche yelo becomes eche, and then of course this new one at the bottom, ekia yelo, becomes ekia to say too. And you just stick those at the end of the sentence afterward. A little bit more direct version, though, is kind of using these words lechel and hechel, which are kind of meaning thus, and that is thus, and that is hechel, meaning thus, lechel, meaning that is so, which can be stated either can be combined with the words that I just put up, or can merge into them to create a different way. If you just put them as they are, you would say for such lechel ea, and you would place that at the beginning of the quote, or hechel ea, and that would be it. Now, this one seems to be used more so for quoting a group. As it's done before, this one gets even more complicated, because now you're replacing the yellow contraction with a P contraction to create AYP instead of AYA. And that gets contracted into hechel to create HEAP. And with this, you would then kind of use this word as almost a quotation mark in and of itself, to say this is what they said, and then say it, and then is what they said at the end again. So it'd be HEAP, your quotation AYP. And that does work with all of the versions. It's interchangeable with the Lechel contraction, which you would replace the H with an L instead. So Leapi, Eapi. And this is the last thing I'm going to show you. If you don't believe what someone says, you're in doubt of it, either you think they're lying or you think they don't know what they're talking about, you would start your sentence with this. Eyele is the masculine version, Eyake is feminine. So men say Eyele, women say Eyake. So that's everything that we got. Anyway, maybe wakala na kopte, hek esh.